So when you see a price tag of $8,995 for a single camera, your brain immediately tries to justify it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're expecting it to shoot the next big Hollywood blockbuster at that price.
Exactly. You think it better be doing magic. But the Bolin EXU230NX, well, it isn't for Hollywood at all. It's an absolute beast that's built specifically for live broadcast.
Right.
And today, welcome to the deep dive, we are figuring out exactly why networks are paying such a premium just to, leave this hardware out in a literal hurricane.
Well, and it literally is built for the hurricane. I mean, this unit has an IP67 weatherproof rating.
Which means what exactly for the folks listening?
Basically, it means it is completely sealed against dust, and it can handle heavy jets of water, or, even being temporarily submerged.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, you just bolt it to a stadium roof, and it operates flawlessly, regardless of the elements.
And it pairs all that environmental armor with a massive 30x optical zoom.
It does.
See, that's where I get hung up. Because zooming in that tight outdoors, usually that is where the physics just completely fall apart.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just the wind hitting the camera housing should normally turn a 30x shot into just an unusable, shaky mess.
Right, but it doesn't here.
No, it doesn't. And that is where Bolin's super image stabilizer kicks in. And it's not just like a digital crop trying to smooth things out in software.
Right, because that always looks terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, the camera uses these built-in gyroscopes. They detect micro vibrations in the environment, and then it physically shifts the internal optical elements in real time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, across two different intensity settings, actually, super and super plus dark. And that physically counteracts that specific vibration frequency.
So it's basically like trying to thread a needle while you're riding a roller coaster, but the needle is like actively moving to meet your hand.
That is a great way to put it. You're getting a perfectly steady shot, even if the pole the camera is mounted on is swaying in high winds.
Which is wild. But, okay, surviving the storm with a steady shot really only handles half the broadcast problem, right?
Right.
Like, a perfectly framed, stable shot of pitch black darkness doesn't help you at all when the stadium lights go out.
No, it doesn't.
So how is it actually pulling in light when those storm clouds roll over? I'm looking at the optics here, and it uses a Japanese-manufactured Sony 11.01 type CMO star-v-second sensor.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
It is, but honestly, I have to push back here for a second because for nearly $9 grand, this camera, quote unquote, only shoots in 1080p at 60 frames per second.
I know.
I mean, any modern smartphone you have in your pocket shoots 4K. Why on earth are broadcasters paying a massive premium for 1080p?
So it really comes down to pixel quality versus pixel quantity. Yes, a smartphone is 4K, but those pixels are crammed onto this microscopic sensor.
Right.
So they physically cannot collect much light. The 11.1 sensor on this Bolin is massive for a robotic camera. So think of those 1080p pixels as giant buckets, just catching a massive amount of photons.
So fewer buckets, but way bigger buckets.
Exactly. In a dark room, a smartphone gives you a really dark, noisy mess. But this larger sensor collects enough light to produce clear, clean images in full color, even in extreme darkness.
Okay, that makes sense. So a massive sensor plus, I see here, 12-bit color precision. That means those 1080p pixels are incredibly rich and accurate.
Right. But getting that image back to the control room is another hurdle altogether, because broadcasters are usually pulling multiple feeds for different destinations.
Which is why Bolin built in what they call true dual output, right?
Yes. It allows control rooms to pull IP, HDMI, and SDI video feeds simultaneously, but they are entirely independent of one another.
Wait, really? So you don't have to choose just one format?
Nope. You can send a 1080p 60 SDI feed to your main broadcast switcher and then send a 720p IP stream straight to a web server at the exact same time.
From the same hardware.
From the exact same hardware, without needing any external format converters.
I mean, that is a huge logistical advantage for anyone producing a live show. So we've got this rugged camera, it's capturing pristine color in the dark, and it's routing it flawlessly.
Yeah.
But modern broadcast sets aren't just physical desks anymore. We are talking augmented reality and virtual graphics.
Oh, heavily.
Right. So if this camera is physically panning and zooming on a moving target outdoors, how does a virtual graphics engine inside the studio actually know where to place the digital scoreboard so it doesn't look like it's, I don't know, floating off into space?
So this is actually the real secret weapon of the EXU230NX. It is its Freed protocol integration.
Freed, like F-R-E-D.
Exactly. Freed is an industry standard that constantly feeds exact spatial math to the broadcast software.
Okay.
It streams the precise pan, tilt, zoom, and focus data, like the literal X, Y, and Z coordinates of the lens, in real time over the network.
Oh, wow. So it's kind of like a digital puppeteer.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
Like, when the physical camera tilts up 15 degrees, the Freed protocol tells the virtual environment to render the digital studio ceiling 15 degrees higher instantly. So it perfectly syncs the physical subject with the virtual world.
Exactly, and it does this with ultra-low latency. There's virtually no lag between the physical movement outside and the virtual render inside.
That's incredible.
It really creates this seamless bridge between the totally unpredictable physical environment outside and that tightly controlled virtual broadcast world inside the control room.
Which means this hardware is really so much more than just a rugged outdoor camera.
Yeah, definitely.
It's an ultra-specialized translator for modern high-stakes broadcasting. It adapts to the physical extremes so the digital world doesn't skip a beat.
Right, it basically just takes all the friction out of live mixed reality production.
It really does. And that leaves you, the listener, with one final thought to kind of mull over today. If this Bolin camera can automatically track a subject and physically stabilize its own lens on a vibrating pole and feed exact spatial data to a virtual reality engine using Freed...
Well, how long until this kind of smart environmental adaptation makes human camera operators entirely obsolete in complex live productions?
That's a great question.
I mean, when a piece of broadcast hardware is this much of an automated beast, maybe networks are paying $9 grand just to get out of its way.